Surely pasta with tomato sauce cannot taste like a rubber glove. Wrong. Yes, it does.
Baby, I'm home again.
Hello, good morning. Don't mind the giant pimple that I picked at last night. Why? Why did you do that, Nikki? Could have left it alone. Now it's gonna make a scab, gonna make a scar. This one too. Why do we engage in things we know are not good for us? Anyway, this week is interesting because I'm dealing with several different designers for all different things, and it's fun, but also I feel like it's the hardest thing like about business. I don't know. So the first designs that I'm working on are the relaunch of Kittens and Coffee, my jewelry line. I don't know if you've been following for a while, but back in 2018, I launched a jewelry line called Kittens and Coffee, and I loved it. And it went till mid 2019 when that company just randomly sold. Like the manufacturer that I was working with, they just randomly like sold their company and didn't even communicate it, like just stopped responding. And then I had to find out by Googling that they just like got rid of their company. So then I didn't have a jewelry manufacturer, and since I had never done a jewelry line before, I didn't even know where to go to create more jewelry. Like it had just been a thing before where this specific company worked with other influencers, so they already had a system in place. They already like knew what they were gonna do. Like it kind of was like a chug and go, where they were like, okay, sign you on. What are your designs? All right, what kind of like logo do you want? We'll design it. Does it look good? Cool. Like everything was all in place. This time around, I had to source a new manufacturer, which I have been working on since last year, and I mentioned it in a vlog before, and I finally signed a contract with a new manufacturer. I'm so excited about it. I really love the vibe of this company. I'm very excited to get started. However, I'm doing a whole new branding, like a whole new logo design, and I had to source designers for that too, which I didn't know. I don't know what I want. Like, I don't know what I want it to look like. I kind of know the vibe that I want. I also had a Fuck Perfect collection, which I still wear every day to this day. Hold on. This is my Fuck Perfect bracelet. It's very subtle, but engraved on the bracelet is a tiny fuck and a tiny perfect. Just as a gentle reminder, whenever you're taking yourself too seriously, like, fuck perfect. You don't need it. No one's perfect. Stop being that hard on yourself. And that's kind of been my motto for the past like 4 years since I got my bridesmaids bracelets that said that when we got married. I can't believe we got married 4 years ago. That's crazy. What? Anyway, that's a different subject. So yeah, so like fuck perfect, that's a little bit more, a little edgy, but it's still like nice, pretty designs. So the logo, whatever branding I choose, is gonna like represent the jewelry line for a while, like until we change the logo again, which hopefully won't be for a while. So I hired 3 different separate designers that all have like different flavors to kind of just try to get an idea of what I want. I sent reference photos to like the old designs, and like I want it to be cute but have kind of an attitude and kind of like a chill vibe that doesn't take itself seriously. I came up with the name Kittens and Coffee because I just was thinking of things that make me feel good. Like when you're chilling at home, when you're maybe in a lockdown, and when you're really stressed out and you have too much anxiety, like what makes you feel good, safe? Like what makes you feel like home? Like you could at any time snuggle up with these 2 things and like it makes you feel like home. And for me, it's Kittens and Coffee. An alternative title was gonna be Kittens and Beer, but I didn't know. I thought that was a little too far. Blankets, cats, coffee, music are all the things. Crystals are all the things that, candles are all the things that make me feel like, okay, I think we're safe. Oh, you know the chilled cow lo-fi hip-hop beats girl, lo-fi hip-hop beats to study to? You know how she's like wearing headphones and it's kind of raining outside and there's a cat That vibe makes me feel so comforted. So I kind of just like want something that gives that essence, like that vibe. I'll show you the logos that we have so far, and maybe you guys could help me pick one, because I am so at a loss. I think I'm too close to it. I think I just like, I love and hate everything. And I don't hate anything, but I guess I want it to be perfect and fuck perfect, right? So I don't know, they all have such different vibes. I don't know what I want. And I wish I had someone else to help make decisions with me, because making decisions is the hardest thing, especially when it's something that like I want to commit to for a long time. I'm kind of like a long-term committal type of person, if you didn't know. So if I say like, we're going this direction, it's not going to change for a while. So I really want to make sure that I like whatever direction we pick off the bat. Yeah, so here are the designs. This first one is kind of the vibe that like when I first got it, I was like, I don't know if I like it or not. But I think it's just because whenever something's brand new, I don't like it. Like every design I've ever gotten that I ended up loving, when I first got it, I didn't like it. Every haircut that I've ever got, I hated at first, and then I love it. So I'm just a bad judge like right away. Anyway, this is the first one, and I think it's got exactly the elements that I like. Oh, here are the reference photos that I sent. And then here's the first one. It's got the vibe that I like, where I wanted a cute cat, but with kind of like an attitude, like not like just a cute cat. And in a coffee mug, I think that's kind of cute. The cat's kind of like apathetic, like, yeah, what? Like, I'm in a coffee mug, whatever. I kind of like, I don't know, I like the vibe. I like the font for this. The second one is like a completely different vibe. It's more vintage, which I love. I love that. I kind of feel like this logo would be better for a coffee company though. Like it looks like I sell coffee, right? If I owned a cafe, this would be definitely the winner for sure. I just don't know if it goes with the jewelry line. It might, I don't know. I'm kind of like, if you received jewelry with this logo on it, like how would that make you feel? That's kind of what I try to filter it through, is like, if I'm receiving jewelry and this is the logo representing the jewelry, like how does that make me feel? What kind of like vibe do I get from it? And with this one, I feel like it's a little too rustic, but I love it. Like I would rock this on a t-shirt. I would rock this as a logo in general. This is probably my favorite design, but it just doesn't quite fit the vibe of the jewelry line. So it's hard because like aesthetically, I am drawn to this design the most, but just maybe not for a jewelry line. Okay, so then this is the third designer, and he just sent me the first drafts. He sent multiple options of the first drafts, just kind of to see what direction I wanted to go in. And I don't know, like I don't know where to give notes. I like the vibe of this simple logo one, but I really like how the first one, the cat's sitting in a coffee mug, but the cat's a little too happy in that. Like I want him to have a little bit more attitude, which is why I like the simple logo one. I also like the three-dimensional, like, what is that called? Like that vector style of these two. I like the font more on this one, but I kind of like really like the font from this first designer. I don't know. Help. I like all of them, but also I like want to change all of them for no reason. No reason, just other than that it's not the exact version of what's in my head, but I don't even really know what's in my head. It's in there, a pimple's in my head. That's why this is blocking all of my good thoughts. I blame you. And then on the big mood front, we have a bunch of designs that I can't show you because they're secret, but we're probably gonna launch something in late April, May-ish. Stay tuned for that. This is a little sneak peek, There's no design on this yet, but we were sampling materials, and I really like this one. Materials and colors. But yeah, with this Big Mood design, there's a phrase that we're putting on a shirt, and there's a million different directions this phrase can go, and a million different designs, and they provided a lot of really great options. And the thing is I don't know if you watch or listen to Big Mood, but all four of us, what makes the show so good is that we all have completely different perspectives, which is awesome for a conversation, because if you bring up a topic, chances are like someone's gonna be super hard opinionated on one side, and then someone's gonna be really hard opinionated on the other side, and we get to have a discussion about it, and it's great. But when it comes to choosing a design for merch or for like anything, there's a million different opinions on it. Like everyone has a completely different opinion and perspective, and it's really hard for us to just like agree on exactly what we want to put out. So there'll probably be options, but even in those options, it's really hard to pick a design. And so, yeah, making decisions makes me have anxiety, but in a good way. It's not the same kind of anxiety of like a deadline or like something I've been procrastinating on. It's just more like, ooh, I'm excited. I'm like really excited. I just want everyone to love it. I want everyone in Big Mood to love it. I want all of you to love it. I want everyone that even looks at this design to love it and then to want to wear it. And it's hard. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't want to be the president today. I want someone else to pick. You be the president. Bye. Surely pasta with tomato sauce cannot taste like a rubber glove. Wrong. Yes, it does. Everything tastes like a rubber glove. I hate it here. Hey. Tom Collins. Tom Collins always tries to eat Steve's hair. Steve doesn't have that much hair left.
No, I need it.
He needs it.
I can get, dude.
Stop eating it. You're such a monster. This is the first time where all four cats are just chilling.
That's true.
And like and Joe was down there before too, so they were all just chilling. Usually if Joe's in the same room as them, he'll be on the floor or somewhere like not on the same level as them.
Don't pee, that's all I
Please
care
don't pee.
about. Please don't pee.
Oh my god!
Tom.
You almost hurt yourself.
Jeez.
You could have break your neck that
I don't know
way.
how he landed on his
Look
feet
at Joe
without
got concerned immediately. Aw, Joe, are you concerned about Tom? Okay, so this is my first time posting a vlog talking about how my taste has smelled, or how my taste and smell have continually made things smell like chemicals and like a latex glove, like specifically like a doctor's office latex glove, just like really, ugh. Like as if like you chewed on a rubber band forever. You know what I'm saying?
Not that that's bad. Some people like that.
No, you shouldn't like that. It's disgusting.
Some people like that.
Well, anyway, a lot of you said that it was probably an after effect of COVID, which I thought about at first, but then I was like, well, I got my smell and taste back like 3 months ago. Like that's, I don't know, like it just seems weird that it would come on like 3 months after the fact, but I looked it up and actually people are having the same exact thing as me. And it happens after they already got their smell and taste back, everything's back to normal, and then all of a sudden it just jumps off a cliff. Like, and they say the same exact trigger foods, which are coffee, anything with meat, even vegan meat, because I don't eat meat, but even like the Beyond Meat sausage that I just made for my pasta, the sushi, fish in the sushi, anything meat related. When Steve cooks chicken. What else? Oh, the sink smells like it because there's probably bits of chicken bits. Oh yeah, so that makes sense because the cat food is chicken and beef, and that's what smells the strongest like it. And then this person also says that her minty toothpaste, which remember I said my toothpaste smells like Doritos? It's very offensive.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. Yeah, they even list minty toothpaste.
I even gave you a kiss this morning and I had just brushed my teeth and you were like, oh, latex gloves again.
Yeah, yeah. Well, no, your breath smelled like the Doritos.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even say that.
Yeah, it's just the toothpaste smells like Doritos to me. It smells like just odorous.
I did have Doritos for breakfast though.
Right. Yeah. You actually hate Doritos.
I do. That's why I knew that would only read to you.
Yeah, so it's called something. But yeah, I was getting really sad because coffee obviously is my favorite thing, and my morning cup of coffee smells so much like a dentist glove that I just haven't been enjoying it, but I've been drinking it because I know that my body is dependent on caffeine. So I didn't want a headache to also go along with that. But it's called parosmia, or temporary disorder that distorts odors and often makes them unpleasant. Parosmia. There's also one that it's called like, it starts with an A, that describes losing it completely. Like when you get COVID and you lose your taste and smell completely, it starts with an A, like azomia or whatever. But when it comes back and the odors are offensive off of like normally, like you normally like those odors or tastes, it's called parosmia. Oh, someone also said in this that her glass of wine tasted like gasoline, which also happened to me. The sake and the wine started tasting like a rubber glove as well. But at least I know that it's not just me. That makes me feel less alone and not crazy. So thank you for commenting that it was probably an after effect of COVID. You are most likely correct. I'm not a doctor, but these are all the exact symptoms, like down to like the exact foods. Some of these people, it's not the same. They don't say latex gloves, but they say chemicals, or they say gasoline, or they say like really smoky, like burnt smell and taste. I don't have that, but I would take that over the freaking latex. Ugh. So far, foods that I have been able to eat that don't taste like a latex glove include frozen mangoes and cookie dough. That's it. Oh, and specifically the cookie dough is made out of chickpeas, so I don't know if that helps because a lot of people are getting triggered by eggs, so I don't know if cookie dough made with eggs in it would be the same. But yeah, so that's fucking weird, man. I don't like it. I'm ready to go back. Like, where's the like return home button where we can all go back to 2019? Because this is fucking weird. I hate it. We're about to shoot shit they don't tell you, so I gotta go. But I thought I'd clear that up in case anybody was still wondering, like, if like what happened. A lot of people thought I was pregnant, which,
Aww.
yeah, which would have been way cooler than this parosmia thing. But I'm not pregnant, sadly, and I know that because I have a visitor this month that is very loud, and she made my bathroom look like a crime scene, and I don't want to talk about it anymore.